Good evening from here, Biafrans around the world. Lover of freedom, equity, justice. Um, we'll be bringing our moderator, our brother, that will be the one to coordinate this program tonight here in Philippines. And I know there it's daytime in Biafra land. So good afternoon, good day, and good night, depending where you're watching from.
Hello, Mazi.
Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here.
Mazi.
Mbadama.
Yeah.
So, good evening, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. We thank you for joining us today. So, we'll be bringing to you a very interesting topic. But before we start, let's give this opportunity to see if we are gonna have some viewers. Let's share this broadcast to all our friends and well wishers before we start. So, the topic we have today is a very interesting one: the worst enemies of Biafran restoration. Yeah, and by the special grace of Elohim, we are going to learn a lot today. So, so Mazi, while we are waiting for people to join us, how do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen in the Biafra land tomorrow, being on the 9th of August?
Yeah. Tomorrow we expect everybody to, to respond and to observe the sit at home, which is very important. We expect everyone to, to sit at home because tomorrow gonna be total lockdown. In solidarity with our leader, Mazi Anyike Ezuonyendu. So we expect everybody to comply with the order and with the because it's very imperative and we must carry it out.
Yeah. So, Mazi, you can use this opportunity to share this broadcast to your friends and to Facebook groups and pages and everything before we start anytime now. Let's share. Let's share and wait for them to join us. So we're going to start in less than 5 minutes. Mazi, are you aware that the zoo soldiers have arrived at Enugu ahead
Of
of
course,
the sit at home?
of, of course, they will come. That is how they behave. They are terrorists in uniform, and you don't expect other things. If not this, that's how they behave. They're gonna come. They are animals in uniform, so they will be coming. But I assure them by the Chukwu Okike Abiyama we serve, Biafrans serve, they will never go back. They will never go back.
It's,
They will die there.
it's, because Biafrans are only seeking for freedom. They are not seeking for war. They are not seeking for any other thing. They are seeking for what belongs to them, which is their freedom. And then the saboteur in our midst, in the uniform, and also the governors in Biafra land, they are all saboteurs. They are all saboteurs.
Exactly.
They bring in the army, they bring in the zoo army to come and torment us, to kill us. You know,
Yeah.
and that is the tragedy of Oli. It's a tragedy, you know. People that are supposed to are the one inviting the zoo army, even giving them award because they are killing the Biafrans. It's horrible. So we'll start now. The topic we have today is the worst enemies of Biafra. So Mazi, I'll be asking you some questions, and then with your answers, I hope the viewers will learn a lot. They will learn a lot today. And then when everything we've been saying all this while will make sense from tomorrow, because people will see that there's been a sit-at-home order tomorrow, and then people will not ask the question, why is it that nobody came out, or why is it that there are lots of there are lots of will I say the zoo army in uniform, of course. Why is it that they are parading tomorrow and being, of course, they will be repaired by the either unknown gunmen or ESN, as a matter of fact. So people will, their broadcast will start making sense after tomorrow, because people will see the reason, you know, why we have been broadcasting, trying to evangelize, trying to help our people understand what is actually going on. So the first question here is, who are the worst enemies of Biafrans? Mal, over to you.
Oh, Mazi, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on this issue. You know, the worst enemy we have in Biafra land are the zoo politicians. I call them zoo politicians. They are the Nigerian politicians, you know, we found in Biafra land. They are the ones that are the worst enemy we have, because ndị be anyị si na oke dị n'ọfịa wife na-akpọta na-agwa oke dị n'ụlọ wife na-agwa oke dị n'ọfịa na azụ dị na ngịga. So they are the worst enemy we have. And again, those people also we have as the worst enemy the, you know, these institutions that Fulani people kept in our land, like Ohaneze, like all those kind of things. You know, they are the most dangerous enemy, and we need to tackle with them first, because they are the worst enemy we have. And if we don't tackle them, I think we'll be missing a lot, because they are the one that invite the zoo terrorist army in uniform to kill our people. They are the one that used to invite them. They are the governors, the senators, and even all the politicians in Biafra land. They are the worst enemy we have. And it's high time we start to know the real enemy we have. Yeah, because it's so obvious that they are the one killing our people. They are the one inviting the Janjaweed, the Fulanis, to kill our people. And I think if we are done with them, I don't think the external enemy will have the power to come in, because they will not have someone to empower them to kill our people more. So that's what I have to say, Mazi. Mazi, are you there, Mazi? Mazi, are you there? Oh. Yeah, Mazi, what's happened?
Okay. Yeah, we lost connection. We lost connection, but we are happy we are back again. So
Yeah.
without any waste of time, let's go over to the next question. How do we easily identify um, enemies of Biafra when we see them? Over to you, Mazi.
Yeah, we identify them through their action, through their action and through their words. Once this, you know, once they speak, we know them through their words. Yeah. And they are the politicians. They are the one that have keep our people in bondage. They are the one that have been, you know, the tools of enslavement. to our people. They are the politicians. They are the lover of politicians, the friends of politicians, the family of politicians in Biafra land, and some of the gullible ones that are maybe ignorant. But I can assure you, those that are the real enemy are the one benefiting from the contraption called Nigeria, Niger area. Those are the people that our real enemy, and you got to identify them through their movement. We always know them. They are the one benefiting from they are the one that are the one Nigeria. They promote one Nigeria. They talk about returning Nigeria. They are the one. That's how to identify them.
Okay, okay, that's very good, Mazi. You know, with what you said, we identify them with what they say, with the words from their mouth, with their actions,
Yeah,
with the
actually.
things they involve themselves in, and also we also identify them by the people they go along with. Where we see them, for example, you see the Ohanes and Debo going to the Funani cabals to kneel down.
Yeah.
That is and that is an insult to Ndibo and an insult to Biafrans. So those people are the real saboteurs that we have, because they sell their dignity, they sell their manhood, they sell everything for peanuts, and all that. So that is how we identify them. So what is your message to enemies of Biafra, Mazi?
My message to them, and I think it's also the message from the well-meaning Biafrans, millions of Biafrans around the world. Our message to them is it's high time they need to understand that they can win the people choice. We are the people. We are Biafrans, indigenous people of Biafrans, and we make our choice. I think it's high time for them to understand that they are very few and they are a minority, and they can't win, they can't decide, and they can't decide for our people. Our message for them is for them to retrace their step, and even though they are benefiting from the contraption, the evil British colonial contraption called Nigeria, it's high time they have to leave their selfish aside. It's high time they got to understand what their people need, what their people deserve. It's high time for them to know that they can't be eating alone and think that people are happy with them, because they are just few, and they are very little. They need to go by people choice. It's high time for them to begin to support the restoration of Biafra, where everybody will be equal, where everybody will be treated fair. But if they stop, if they continue with what they are doing, I assure you they will be caught up, because they can't win the people. We are the people. We are the indigenous people of Biafra. They can't win us. That's my
Power belongs to
message.
the people.
Yeah.
Power belongs to the people. So, Mazi, what is your message to Biafrans in general?
My message to Biafrans in general, Umu Chineke, is for them to be resolute, for them to be strong, for them to to comply with this directive from DOS.
Yes.
For them to sit at home, because our leader have sacrificed a lot for us, and it's high time for us to stay with him. High time for we to sacrifice those. This is only Monday, every Monday. It's not too much. If it's me, I would have added 2 days, but it's high time we comply with this order from DOS. And because Biafran, we need to save our future generation. If we don't comply with this, it means that we want to remain a slave forever. And it's high time for we to understand that IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, are built with a solid foundation, which is to free our people from bondage, from slavery. That's my message to them.
Yeah, that's a very strong message to Biafrans in general, both Biafrans in the homeland and Biafrans in diaspora. So
Yeah.
they should obey and support the order from the DOS that is coming tomorrow, because we believe that tomorrow is going to be the beginning of the new phase of our Biafran restoration.
Yeah.
So we believe that that is a very strong move from our DOS. And the DOS is ready to carry that move out to the highest. So we are all prepared, to
Exactly.
enter to that new phase. This is the phase we have been waiting for, and that is the phase we are going to enter from tomorrow. So that is a very
Exactly.
strong. That's a very strong message. So, Mazi, how do you think Biafra will treat the enemies of Biafra when restored?
Oh, I will start by, letting Biafrans know that even our great leader, Ezi Onye Mazi Anyike, have said it several times. That when Biafra come, all those corrupt, evil, wicked politicians that have put our people in bondage for decades, that have made the life of our people miserable, they will be hanged. They will be hanged. They will go to court, and then they check them. If they are guilty, they will be hanged in front of their families, so that in their next generation they will not, you know the next generation, when their sons and their family understand what happened to their father, they will desist from betraying their people and being wicked. So they will be judged, and if found guilty, they will be hanged in their family, because there is no mercy for them, because they willingly know what they are doing.
Yes, that is the truth of the whole thing, because these people actually contributed to the um, to the agonies of the Biafrans, the people in the name of the politicians, the Biafran politicians and friends and well wishers, you know. But the fact that they contributed one way or the other in the sufferings of Biafrans, they will not be let behind. They will
Free.
not be set free. They will not
Yeah.
be set free. They must be put up on a court of law, of a Biafran court of law, and they will be tried. If found guilty, they will be sentenced to
Sentence. Yeah.
any favorable to any sentence by the judge. You know, so they cannot be let free. That is very
No.
important. That is very essential, because they contributed immensely to the sufferings of the
Suffering of our
Biafrans,
people.
the sufferings of the Umuchineke. They prolonged the suffering by not refusing to accept bribes and peanuts from the Sudanese. You know, so the funniest thing is that we know them by their names. We know all of them by the special grace of Elohim. We know them, so they cannot hide. We know them, so we know how they got themselves involved. You know, because we also have Biafran security agencies, so we know them by their name. We know them by their activities and all that. So Biafrans, of course, is going to be a secular state. So that is why we are saying they are going to be tried. But in the zoo of today, they don't believe in trial. They'll just put the person in prison or in jail, awaiting trial. And that is improper. A country that does not respect the rule of law, that is how they behave. That is how they behave. So, Mazi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now,
Hello, can you hear
Mazi.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear
Okay, yeah,
you.
you spoke about the worst enemies of Biafra being the the zoo politicians, especially those in Biafra land. And then how can we identify them? We can identify them by their activities, by their actions, by how the things they get themselves involved with, by their words, and everything. So your message to the enemies of Biafrans is that they should stop selling their people, stop selling their brothers, and then aid to the restoration of Biafra. If not, they'll be cut off at the end of the day. And when they are being cut off, it's either they are being sent to judgment or when Biafra
Send
is
them to
restored.
God for judgment. Yeah, send them to God for judgment. Yeah.
It's either they're being sent to judgment,
Because
they will be cut off one way or the other, because the scripture made us understand that the end of the wicked is horrible, is miserable. So that is why the unknown are sending most of them to judgment. Then your message to Biafran is for them to be resolute, for them to be strong, for them to obey the DOS, to trust them, because they are the best platform that can restore our sovereign states, Biafra. They are the divine platform that can bring to us what we have been looking for over how many years now. So you advise us to be resolute, the Biafrans to be resolute and to trust the body of IPOB, to trust the Directorate of State, DOS of IPOB in what they are doing. And then the last question being how Biafra will treat the enemies of Biafra. Of course, they are going to be tried. They are going to be given the opportunity to prove their innocence, but when they are being found guilty, they are going to be jailed, they are going to be hanged, they are going to be sentenced to any matter of what I call judgment from the judge. So, and that has been a very enlightening answer so far. So, Mazi, I don't know if you have any other thing to add, maybe as a summary of everything, because from here, I think you have answered the questions that I have for you here. So do you have any summary, anything to add, Mazi?
Okay, I would like to conclude by speaking to my own our language. I want to pass a strong message to our people living at home. Ụmụnne bikonu sit at home ga-ebido echi ga-abụrụ Monde ọbụla na-abịa. Bikonu gbaa mbọ ka unu sit at home. Ezi onye ndị anyị bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nchọrọ ọdịmma maka mụ na gị ka ndị zuu tọọlụ. So ife ọ ga-abụ ife anyị ga-eme nji wee kwado mpụta ya bụ anyị ntukwu na be anyị that Monde ọbụla hapụ ife niile ị na-eme nọrọ n'ụlọ ka ezigbo onye ndu anyị wee pụta. Ife anyị na-achọ bụ maka ọdịmma anyị niile n'otu ezi wee jide anyị na Naịjirịa adịla anyị mma, ọ dịla anyị mma. Ife n'imegbu niile na-eme anyị ọ dịla anyị mma. So ife anyị ga-eme na mbụ ịkwado ife DOS na-ekwuru maka ọdịmma anyị, maka Biafra ga-abụ ife ga-abịarịrị. Zoo called Nigeria must go down. Ise.
So, Mazi, for most of our viewers that does not understand the language you spoke, I will just kind of give them a hint of what you said. So, Mazi Anyike is trying to tell us to honor the words from our DOS, the order, the sit-at-home order that our DOS gave us that is going to start tomorrow, being 9th of August. So we are supposed to sit at home and then obey the DOS. This is a upper hand to our freedom. This is an upper hand to our Biafran restoration. We are supposed to obey them. This day, only on a Monday, stay at home, sit at home. Do not come outside on that day, because there are a lot of things that is going to go done on that day. There's a lot of things that the Fulani candidates have planned on that day. You know, they have planned to create havoc, and then they will blame it on the IPOB, and they will blame it on the IPOB command. So that is why we are saying everybody should sit at home on that day. We are going to start home because we are agitating. We are saying that they should release our leader, Mazi Anyike, that was illegally adopted, was illegally kidnapped. You know, so the sit at home is the sit at home that is happening tomorrow is for his immediate release, or else there will be a civil disobedience and everything. So we'll be bringing a lot. We'll be bringing a lot more to you from tomorrow. Hopefully, from our broadcast we are having tomorrow, we are going to bring a lot of information to you in what is also happening in Biafra land, and what is with the interesting topic we have, and also with the special guest that we are having tomorrow. So tomorrow we expect to have updates from Biafra land from the sit-at-home order. So Mazi, I think that's all I have for you now. So it's been so interesting conversing with you, and your messages to Biafrans is heard. And then to any of us that did not get the message, to rewatch the video, and it's less than 30 minutes, you know, so it's easy to watch now. To rewatch the video again and again, and then wait for updates tomorrow from Biafra land. You know, we are going to give updates from Biafra land, so we are going to gather all the informations, so that we are going to notify our viewers and everything what is going on, because it's going to be hot in Biafra land. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. So Mazi, thank you very much from here.
Mazi, salute. For
for
yeah. Sit at home. Sit at home.